very well organized organizations had in Britain from the Kashmiri community. President of Tehreek-e-Kashmir, Mohammed Khalid, to say a few words. Excuse me.
Thank you, Rai Sahab. First of all, I would like to thanks to inviting me. I would also like to thank all the members and Member of Parliament, Excellency Deputy High Commissioner of Pakistan, and Community Information Minister of Pakistan, Raja Sahab, Lord Qurban Sahab, and members of Parliament and members of community. Let me, before I say a few things, let me give some exact figure of human rights violation in Indian occupied Kashmir. I think we all have to know, we all say there's over 100,000, but the exact figure is not over 100,000. Exact figure is up to November this year, up to last month, is 93,534. And the number of people who have been arrested in last 21 years, time to time they are being released and arrested, 18,786. The structure is damaged is about 105,894. The women widowed are 22,745. And the orphan children are 107,396. And women have been raped, gang raped, 9,984. Only in November this month, last month, 29 people have been killed. That's including 1 woman and 5 children. I'll give you the figures of October this year. Is 34 people have been killed. In September, 92 people have been killed. Among them, there were 9 teenagers. And in August, 72 people have been killed, and among them there was 31 teenagers. And in July, there are about 33 people have been killed, and there are 8 teenagers. So these are the exact figures of what we update every month, and the total figure is 93,534. And as we are heading towards International Human Rights Day, which is going to be on 10th of December, and all the meetings there in the Parliament and elsewhere, and meeting MPs in our constituencies as well. I have been knocking this House of Parliament for the last 25 years with this movement. I think some of the Member of Parliament rightly said that after 10 years we will be sitting here and it will be the same situation. I think that the people of Jammu and Kashmir, those who are suffering, they cannot wait. In last 6 months or 8 months, they have proved that this movement is a political movement and is a peaceful movement. Even India in this situation, saying this political and peaceful movement is only infiltration from Pakistan. It's supported by Pakistanis, and the people of the Pakistanis are doing all this. And according to these figures and according to the work has been done in this country on the issue of Kashmir, we got a lot of members of Parliament who support our issue. And we were talking about the media, because the media doesn't have a policy on Kashmir because of the government's policy. Because we say the media is very independent in this country, which is not. If the government has not a policy on any issue, then there is no media. The government have a policy on Afghanistan and Iraq, then the media is very active there. But if we don't have the oil in Kashmir and media is not interested in our issue. We are very grateful to the individual members of Parliament who support our cause across the party. But I think that we need more attention on this issue, because this last 6 months or 8 months of the peaceful movement in occupied Kashmir, that has been proved that this is a political issue and it's a peaceful. People of Kashmir need a peaceful settlement as well. But if the world community is not going to pay any attention, then I think that the people of Kashmir will not, and if they've been ignored, then they will not wait anymore. Young people who have been killed during the last 6 months, the figure is more than 100 people. This is on some of the figures I gave you. The figures are more than 100 people, young people, school children have been killed. And in last 20 years, the people who are the children who have been born and brought up during this period, they will never leave it to the world community. They can choose any other ways to continue their struggle. But I think the world community, the United Nations, which is observing the Human Rights Day on 10th of December, I think it's a total failure of United Nations Security Council. And it's a total failure of the implementing the UN resolutions and human rights. And the five permanent members of the Security Council, I think it's a total failure of the 5 permanent members. And now campaigning for India for a permanent seat in the Security Council. That it seems to me that this, not only this region, but if this issue is still there and the situation continues, I think that it will be a disaster for the world. It will be a disaster for the world, and it will be, the United Nations will be same as a nation of league. And this world is, the way the world is going, and the small nation and oppressed nation are getting from justice from this United Nations Security Council, then I think the people, the oppressed people will not be blamed. It will be blamed all the influenced countries and those who are actually using the United Nations for their interest. That's all I think I have to
say. Ex-mayor of Fanbara, Councillor Salim Chaudhary Sahab, to say a few words.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Thank you, Rajasthan. Thank you inviting us and listening to the Member of Parliament. You got the Deputy High Commissioner there, and Salas Kani Sahab, Lord Kurbaan, Member of Parliament here. Having listened to the Member of Parliament, I have reached on the conclusion that we are lacking something. Lacking is that should be a unity amongst ourselves, which is, I think, Rajan Jabal said earlier on that he invited most of the people, most of the organization, head of the organization, some are maybe here and some couldn't make it. First of all, we have to put our house in order. If we have got a unity amongst ourselves, we can convince the world, convince the parliamentarian, convince our friends how we're going to go forward to resolve this issue. This issue has been territory issues for India, but the issue for Kashmir is not land. We want the freedom, and the freedom is there, but the people who are sacrificing people from the occupied Kashmir. And when that issue been raised with the certain part of the world, it seems to me that it be associated with the terrorism. Those are the people who are sacrificing their life, sacrificing the whole families in occupied Kashmir. They are fighting for their freedom. We have to give this message to the world that those are the people, they are not the terrorists, they are the people looking for the freedom, looking for their fundamental rights, which they haven't received it by the international community. The international community is we have to look for the Western Europe, Western Europe, and also the important member of our community is our country is Britain and America, which can play a vital role. How are we going to engage this one? We have to we have to put our house in order to get our message across to the world. And also, not only that, our media, as Richard said earlier on, that unfortunately we have no control over the Western media. If the Western media is supporting the Kashmir cause, your Kashmir issue will be highlighted in the world, which is not happening. And similarly, the publicity we are receiving from our papers is very, very important for us, but it doesn't go to the Western nations. The Western media has to be engaged. How we can engage it? We have to draw a strategy. How we can engage them? How we can? We need help from them to highlight the Kashmir issue. Kashmir issue has been for the last 63 years, 64 years. But we couldn't achieve what we wanted to achieve. There must be something we are lacking. We have to sit down on the table, discuss those things, and put on the agenda together and make the world aware of it, awareness. One of the member of parliament said that in our constituencies, the people don't know what's Kashmir about. So we have to make the public awareness in our constituency and our people, white community. I'm not talking about the Kashmiri. We can convince Kashmiri to Kashmiri. We're convincing the people from the white community who is willing to help in our cause. That is one of the issues we should be looking. And generally, when we got the whole of the UK community together, make the white community realize that this is not a territorial issue, the fundamental human rights issues, and the people, Britain was one of the signatory of the resolution of 1948 and 1949, and now they should play a part to get that matter resolved. And these are the things we should be highlighting and bring the attention of the United Kingdom government, and also I'm sure the Member of Parliament here would take this message to the other parliamentarian, and they put their their agenda and discuss in the House of Commons where we can have some sort of success. And with these words, Brother Sahib, thank you very much. Thank you very much.